Connect. Good morning, everyone. Jai Gurudev. Welcome to the series that we have begun by God's grace and Guru's grace to commemorate, remember, and express our gratitude to two wonderful souls who have been guiding lights like lighthouses. So, as the very welcoming topic, we have Soundarya Lahiri. The very word Soundarya itself means beautiful. What is beautiful? Each person here would have different opinions about what is beautiful. For somebody, it is watching the sunrise, sipping a cup of coffee or tea next to the beach. For somebody, beauty is art. For somebody, beauty is music. For somebody, beauty is dance. It can range, or maybe beauty is some particular facial feature that we refer to. Beauty can be meditation. Beauty can be anything. It's again, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So, a very auspicious start to an auspicious series would be the Soundarya Lahiri. Lahari meaning waves. Waves ebb, come, go. Like we have waves of the ocean, we also have waves within us that go up, down, take us everywhere. We have waves of ecstasy, we have waves of emotions. Let us start this with a small story. Let's take our story to a flashback. Many, many years ago, in the time of Adi Shankaracharya. At that time, it was Kali Yuga and people were all terrified about that the Kali Yuga has come, and so Adi Shankaracharya visited Kailash and he met the primordial couple, Shiva and the Devi, to ask, give us some way so that people in the Kali Yuga can be contented, happy, satisfied, healthy despite all the challenges that we have. So, Parameshwara, Lord Shiva, gave 5 Spatika lingas made of quartz, crystal, to be established at different centers and worshipped so that there is peace, prosperity to mankind. Now, Shiva, the very word means auspicious. Shiva is incomplete without Shakti. Gauri Shankara, Lakshmi Narayana, it's always the yin-yang energy. So, to honor that particular principle, in fact, Kalidasa, a beautiful poet, has said, Vak Artha Viva Samprikto. Just like how a word and its meaning, for example, we say beautiful, we know the meaning, so we know the same thing. For those who don't know Tamil, if I'm to say Alagu, they'll be like, what is this? Because we don't know the meaning. So word and its meaning are inseparable, like that Parvati Parameshwara. So it is said, Lord Shiva gave palm leaves, something like this. Palm leaves in which 100 verses praising the Devi were written on it by Shiva himself. And he said, spread this knowledge on this earth. Okay, Adi Shankara is ecstatic, happy. Wonderful, he is just feeling blissful. Oh wow, I have 5 Spatika lingas and for the Devi I have these palm leaves. As he is just leaving Kailasha, Nandi is standing outside. Nandi just snatches at these palm leaves. And you can imagine, in childhood we used to play the tug of war. Even though in corporate now people still play it. The tug of war that ensued, 41 shlokas Nandi managed to take away. That left the remaining. Now, Adi Shankaracharya was wondering what happened. I mean, what was this thing that just came up all of a sudden, this tug of war, and I lost these palm leaves that were given by Lord Shiva himself in praise of the Devi. And then magic happened. The Devi himself prompted. She appeared as an inner voice, that little voice that we all hear. And she said, it was under my prompting that Nandikeshwara acted like that. He snatched the leaves. Why? The Devi said, you have seen me now. You know how I look, how you can feel me. So, describe me. Adi Shankaracharya was ecstatic because how do we visualize the Devi? If you look in some parts of the country, she is worshipped with 18 arms, red in color. In some parts, she is Kali, where she is black, wearing the Mundamala. In some parts, she is Meenakshi, where she is green in color. In some parts, she is Shyamala, a little bluish. So again, so many colors, so many shades of the Divine Mother Goddess, which all refer to different moods that we ourselves go through. Every minute, every second, there is a shift in our emotions. So Adi Shankaracharya took up the task of composing the remaining 52 shlokas describing how the Devi looks. Why? 100 shlokas. Of these 100 shlokas, the first 41 are known as Ananda Lahiri, composed by Lord Shiva himself. Ananda, bliss. As we chant them, as we soak them, when we have these ice creams dipped in chocolate sauce, the ice cream takes up the sauce, or the gulab jamun takes up the sugar syrup. The first 41 shlokas help us soak the essence of the Devi. So in the first 41 shlokas, as we chant them, we get an experience. We get waves of bliss within us. Once we are all prepared, once we are all charged up, the remaining 52 shlokas have a description of how she looks from top to bottom. Right from her crown till her toenails, including her ornaments, the different emotions that she shows. So with this flashback that how the Soundarya Lahiri originated, how does the Soundarya Lahiri start? Soundarya Lahiri starts with a very beautiful, auspicious word. Whenever we begin anything, we always say something auspicious. So, the same way, Soundarya Lahiri starts with the very first word, Shiva. Shiva itself means auspicious. So, the first word of the Soundarya Lahiri is an auspicious word, Shiva. So what does the first shloka say? Shiva Shaktya Yukto. Shiva and Shakti are conjoined with each other. We again cannot make a very literal translation of Yukto. It just means when they are together. Like as we said, Kalidasa describes them as the word and its meaning. His Holiness Jagadguru Kanchi Shankaracharya, known as Mahaperiyava, he describes that Shiva and Shakti are like, there is a dish known as idli that we eat with this red chili powder. They are inseparable. You cannot eat without the other. So Shiva is like the idli. He is the matter, content. But you cannot eat idli alone. You will need the gun. You cannot eat that red powder alone. You need both together. So just as an example, another way if we look at it, within our body we have RBCs and WBCs. RBC is Shakti. Because if we don't have RBCs, the doctor says you have anemia, you're feeling weak, you need tonics. And Shiva is like the WBC. Unless provocated, the WBCs do not protect our system. So Shiva Shaktya Yukto. Unless Shiva is with Shakti, he is not capable of stirring. In fact, the word that is used to describe this spanda. Spanda means a pulse, a throb. We all feel throbs of energy as we go through our various stages of life, our various stages of a particular day. We feel throbbing of emotions, whatever emotions they may be. We feel throbbing of the blood vessels near the temples or near your wrist. That is measured as the pulse, Nadi, which is Shakti herself. So it is because of Shakti that Shiva is able to spanda, even stir, capable of stir. So the shloka is very beautiful. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Nache Devam Devo Nakhalu Kushala Spanditumapi Atastvam Aradhyam Harihara Virinchadivirapi Pranantum Stotum Va Katamakrita Punya Prabhavati. Spanda, unless Shakti is with Shiva, he cannot stir. And when we apply to a college, when we apply to a job, we need an eligibility criteria. Say A, B, C. Unless that list is fulfilled, we cannot apply, or our eligibility will not be considered. So similar to that, in the very first shloka itself, it is composed that, Hey Devi, Pranantum stotum va katam akrita punya prabhavati. Pranantum, I am doing namaskara to do. We go to a temple, we visit a Mahan, we visit a Guru, we do namaskara. That itself is the bhagya of the Devi, that we are able to do a namaskara. Stotum, the various shlokas that we say, the various gratitude that we experience, that we express. Everything that I am doing namaskara to you, that I am worshipping you, how is it possible? Katham akrita punya prabhavati. Rhetorical question. How is it possible unless I have not done some punya, or I don't have some iota of your grace? So in the very first shloka, that we see the compassion of the Devi, that because of her grace, we are able to do her namaskara, we are able to do her stuti, we are able to worship her in various ways. Who worships the Devi? Hari Hara Virinchadhi Virapi. Apart from countless people, Hari, Vishnu, Hara, Shiva himself, Virinchi, to think, Brahma, the one who creates. In fact, all the Trimurti worship the Devi. So a very beautiful start to a very beautiful set of shlokas that give us a feeling of Ananda, bliss and Soundarya, beauty. Shiva, with a very auspicious start. The beauty of the Soundarya Lahiri is, even if we don't understand the meaning as we go on chanting it, she herself will appear as the meaning. She herself will manifest as a particular interpretation within you, within those deep moments of prayer meditation. So, as we said in the first 41 shlokas, we get an experience of the Devi. To give another example, what is the dust of her feet capable of doing? That is described in the second and the third shlokas. In fact, we have not even started describing her, but we are feeling her. So in the second shloka, we talk about what the dust of her feet can do. What can they do? They say that Charana panke ruha bhavam, the dust of your charana panka, your lotus-like feet. Your feet are like lotus. Why? Why are your feet like lotuses? Even Mahalakshmi sits on a lotus. Because the lotus grows in stagnant water, in water that is sort of muddy. Many times people are taught to believe, or they choose to believe, or their circumstances force them to believe that I am not worth it, I am not good enough, so on and so forth. This is the stagnancy that we are talking about. We feel stuck in life so many times. We feel stagnant. Not to worry. God wants us to convert that stagnancy into a beautiful pond of lotuses. So, that is why Mahalakshmi sits on a lotus, and here the feet of the Devi are compared to a lotus. And Mahavishnu is known as Kamalanayana, the one who has lotus-like eyes. So let us all take a resolve on this beautiful auspicious day that let us never feel stagnant, and if we go through such emotions, let us think that it is Paramatma who is trying to convert our hearts into a full bloom of lotus for the whole world to watch and rejoice. So, Charana Pankerva Bhavam, her lotus-like feet, the dust of the feet, what do? Virinchi Sanchinvan Virachayati Lokana Vikalam. Virinchi, Brahma, by meditating on the dust of your feet, he is able to think and create the world. See, to create, we need to have Sanchinvan, we need to think good. We can create an atom bomb, we can create something to destroy, but we need to create something useful for the entire Lokakshema that we talk about, for the welfare of the whole world. So how is Brahma able to think right? How is Brahma able to think so creative? So many beautiful creations Brahmaji has created. Right from a bacterium to the gigantic blue whale on this earth. The Lalita Sahasrama says, Aneka Koti Brahmanda Nayaki. There are so many countless galaxies like that. Vahatyena Shauri. Shauri here refers to Vishnu in his avatara as Surya Narayana. Vishnu somehow, Kathamapi, Vishnu is somehow able to bear all the worlds. See, the task of creation is easy. We can create something very easily. We can paint something, or as Guruji says, we can create relationships, we can create friendships. The most difficult task is preserving it, maintaining it. Very easy to buy an electronic item, but then to maintain it is a task. To maintain ourselves requires discipline, requires sadhana. So that's why Mahavishnu somehow, because he meditates on your feet, he is able to bear not this world, all the 14 worlds, the 7 patalas and the 7 heavens. Hara Samkshudhyanam Bhajati Bhasido Dhulana Vidim. Hara, Shiva in his avatar as Hara. He is able to transform the world. He is able to transform the world and apply the ash that is remaining on himself. So just by meditating on the feet of the Devi, the Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara are able to do this. If we go on a more subtle level, if we meditate on the feet of Devi, the Brahma energy that is within us will be able to think right, will be able to create right. Whatever professions we may be in, we need to think right regardless of our external circumstances. Our Vishnu energy will be able to manage our life, manage our finances, manage our emotions, manage our relationships successfully, because Mahavishnu is one of the best examples of corporate management. And the Hara energy, we need to transform our negative emotions into positive emotions, which is possible by just meditating on the feet of the Devi, as said in the second shloka of the Soundarya Lahiri. Generally, we do something because we want something. For example, many of us work because we need that touching sound or that message that we get that so much of our salary has been credited in our account. We dance for our passion. Many people do something for something. In a similar way, the Soundarya Lahiri has been created to bestow specific benefits on mankind. It is an ultimate gift that the Guru has given us. So we are in the third shloka and we already have a benefit that is given. In fact, we had it in the second shloka, but in the third shloka it's more explicit. Of course, as we go more and more, we'll see there are so many benefits that, the universe just wants to shower bounty, like Kanakadhara, like how we had the shower of golden coins, golden gooseberries. We have a bounty of blessings given by the Paramatma. It is said, Adi Shankaracharya has said, Avidyanam antastimira mihira dvipa nagari. What does the goddess do in our lives? So in the very first we have, okay, I'm giving you this, that is the Mahima of Devi Shakti. The moment she comes, she just transforms our life. So Avidyanam, for those who are ignorant, for those who don't know, for those who are searching for answers, for those who are on a quest, Avidyanam. Antastimira mihira dvipa nagari. When we are searching for something, when we are confused. There's this beautiful song by Celine Dion which says, when you want it the most, there's no easy way out. When we are in these moments of darkness, how does the Devi come in our lives? Mihira Dvipa Nagari. When we are in darkness, Mihira, she comes as the sun, and not ordinary sun. She comes as an island of sun. She comes in the form of an island. You're in the sea. You're dark. You're searching for answers. You don't know where to go, what to do, confused. Not to worry. She'll come in the form of an island of sun. Hawaii, exactly. She'll just come like a beautiful sunrise, and she'll sort all our doubts in the form of a guru, in the form of an answer. That's up to our personal experiences. Jadanam Chaitanya Stavaka Makaranda Sriti Jari. Jada. People who are stuck up. People who don't want to move anywhere. I am right, I am wrong, so on and so forth. People who have labeled themselves. And there's a special category of people who have labeled others. So all these people, how does the Devi help them? Because again, the Devi she's the mother. She wants to help us out of this. She doesn't like to see if a door is creaking, it's because it's stuck. Just apply a little oil, it's done. So she comes in the form of this beautiful oil. How? If we are stuck up, it means our brains are a little, they need a little oiling, they are a little stuck up, but we cannot apply any oil inside our brain. So she comes in the form of Chaitanya Stabaka Makaranda Sriti, Chaitanya consciousness. She comes in the form of consciousness. How consciousness? What sort of consciousness? Stabaka, like a bouquet of consciousness. We all love to receive a bouquet. In a matter of time, it'll be Valentine's Day. There'll be exchange of bouquets of, roses, gerberas, so on and so forth. So here the Devi is telling, celebrate Valentine's Day with me. Get into the Soundarya Lahiri. I'll give you a bouquet. Not of roses that will probably fade away in so and so number of days, but in the form of consciousness, a bouquet of consciousness. So you'll never be stuck up. She'll come in the form of that oil that will set our that stuck up thing rolling ahead in life, so that we are not stuck and we can blossom. Like the lotus, like how we just discussed in the previous shloka, we'll be able to bloom. Daridranam Chintamani Gunanika. Daridra, those who are oppressed. We all have different wants. They may be spiritual, financial, physical, emotional, mental, or wonderful. Like when we go to McDonald's, we have a combo pack. We may have a combo pack system of needs also. So for all of us who want something, who require something out of life, it can be anything. How does she come? Chintamani. Chintamani is a stone that fulfills your wishes. Here we are not talking about one stone, we are talking about Gunanika, a garland of stones. If you invoke the Devi in your life and you have some intention, you want something, she will come in the form of a garland of stones that will fulfill your wish. Not one. Ek lo das move. Take one, you have thousands, countless, infinity. You get it from her. Ask and you shall get it. Okay, so what does the Devi give us? If we are ignorant, she comes in the form of an ocean. She comes in the form of a sea of a sun of knowledge. If we are stuck up in life, she comes in the form of need something in life. If we have intentions, she comes in the form of the philosopher's stone, Chintamani. And then Janma jaladao nimagnanam. See, we may have everything in life. There'll come a time when we'll want to ask, okay, what next? I want to leave this Maya and go back to the world of Sadashiva. I want to go back to the very source of origin. So, Janma Jaladao, those who are immersed in the ocean of existence, coming again and going ahead again from this earth, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, coming again, going again and again. How do we get rid of this circle of births and deaths? That the Devi gives. So those who are drowned in the ocean of birth and death, how does she come? She comes in the form of Dramshtra Muraripu Varahasya Bhavati. Dramshtra, sharp teeth. Muraripu Varahasya Bhavati. The enemy of Mura, Varaha, Vishnu in his avatar of Varaha. The day Varaha realized, Mahavishnu realized, his beloved, the earth, has been kidnapped and kept by the Asura Hiranyaksha. He rushed in the form of this huge boar. Boar is one of the most violent and ferocious animals. And it has the capacity to dig, go down deep and dig. To come out of situations in life, from all the problems that we face, we need to deep dig. We cannot have a superficial approach to life. We cannot be like ducks just swimming on the surface and going up. We need to be like swans. Or we need to learn from Mahavishnu Varaha Avatar that we need to go down and deep dig and get it out. So for those who are stuck in life, for those who want to come up, how does she come? She comes in the form of Varaha. She'll come and uplift us. It is said Varaha Avatar is quick. He just came. The earth was stuck. She was going through a tumult of emotions. Varaha just came, uplifted her on his snout. In fact, in so many temples, we'll worship him with the earth on his snout. So whenever we face issues, whenever we face problems, let us invoke the divine. We have the Soundarya Lahiri as an example. The divine will come in the form of the divine boar and uplift us from how much ever deep trouble that we are. So all we need to remember is, don't tell what a big problem you have. Don't tell how big your problem is. Tell how big a God or guru you have to the problem. Because if you realize, problems and fears are cowards number one. They'll never come alone. They'll come as a combo pack only. So they are cowards. We don't need to fear them. We need to tell them we have a bigger God and a guru who will come in the form of Varaha. And I'm sure no sane problem would really like to have a wild boar charging at it, and a divine wild boar charging at it. So we don't need to fear. God is here. The Devi is here. Guru in the form of the Devi. Because in the Lalita Sahasranama we have Guru Mandala Rupini. She who is in the form of the Guru herself. And among all forms of divinity, it is very easy to connect to the Divine Mother, because the very first word all of us utter by default is the mother's name. It can be in different languages, but if you see, it starts with Ma. In most languages, it starts with Ma. So the mother is very easy to connect to. So let us use these beautiful. So far I hope you are all getting a glimpse of an anubhuti, an experience of what she is. That is what the initial shlokas are about. To get an experience of her bounty. And then Adi Shankara goes to describe her head to foot. So that when we read the first 41, we get an experience as to how she is. And when we read the remaining set of shlokas, we have a form to meditate upon. And then we are completely in bliss. So the ultimate essence of Soundarya Lahiri is not to just read it, to become Soundarya Lahiri ourselves, to jump into the waves of beauty. So this is what the Devi is giving. Until now, if you have seen, we have not spoken how her eyes are, how her nose is, how her hair is. We are still at her level of her feet, not even her feet. We are at the dust of her feet. Fear. One of the worst enemies of man, fear, dar. It's known by so many words. We all feel fear It's normal. It's a form of, it's something that we all feel, fear of failure, fear of whatever. Let it be 1,000 fears. How to come out of the fear? For that, there is the 4th shloka of the Soundarya Lahiri. When we feel afraid, we try to reach out to somebody, somebody very close, and they say, they'll give you a moral talk, or if they are very poetic, they may probably say, "Kiska hai ye tumko? Intezar mein hu na." They'll probably sing that song that I'm there for you, I'll be there for you. Friends. It's beautiful to have that person to connect to. But sometimes if we have an issue that we really don't feel like sharing with somebody, and we have that fear, what to do? Go back to the source. So that is the 4th shloka. Most devatas, the form that you see in temples, they will generally have the Abhaya Hasta. Don't fear, I'm here. Most divinities will have it. Balaji is an exception. Tirumala Venkateshwara, he's like, take, jo chahe le lo, take. It is said in the 4th shloka, the Devi is telling that Twadanya Parnibhyam Abhaya Varado Devatagana. There are so many gods who show the Abhaya Mudra, that don't fear, I'm here. But here he is telling, oh Devi, you don't show the Abhaya Mudra. You don't show that Mudra that don't worry, I'm here. Now how is it possible? We are talking about a mother principle here. And if the mother is telling, if the mother is not going to show, Arey, don't worry, I'm here for you. How is it possible? There seems to be a contradiction. Because it is telling, Devi, you don't need to show like this that I'm here. Just by looking at your feet, in most temples, in most shrines of worship, we'll see the padukas. We'll have feet made out of silver or gold or metal that is worshipped in front of the deity kept. The padukas, the feet. It is said the Devi's feet themselves, by just looking at them, your fear will melt, your fear will go. Just like how when we eat an ice cream, it starts melting. By just looking at the Devi's feet, the fears will just melt and go away. So the 4th shloka says, Bhayat tratum datum phalam apicha vanchasamadikam. Bhayat tratum. I am afraid. Tratum, save me. Trahimam, trahimam. Her feet have the capacity of saving us. And apart from that, phalam api vanchasamadikam. Not only does she deliver you from fear, her feet also give you something. What? Phalamapi vanchasam adhikam. Vancha means to want. She will give you more than what you wanted. Maybe you had prayed that I want a Wagon-R, but she wants to give you a Mercedes. By just meditating on her feet, you will be released from all fears that we face in our life, and we will get more than what we want, what we expect in life. Because these feet are the feet that redeemed Mahishasura. By keeping her feet on that head, he was redeemed. He was redeemed so much that even today we worship him along with her. Even though he is a demon, he was a Rakshasa, we don't worship Hiranyakashipu along with Narasimha. But we worship Mahishasura along with the Devi. He'll be somewhere there. Either he'll be at her feet or you'll have an anthropomorphic form next to her. These are the feet that are capable of redeeming anything. So we meditate on the feet of the Devi in our hearts, in our brain, in our mind. And you will get more than what you desire. You will get what you deserve, what is destined for you. More than that. That is what the feet of the Devi can bestow upon you. This is just an anubhuti, an experience of the Devi. What she is. We all need an element of humor in life. Without humor, it gets, very plain. So here Adi Shankaracharya then composes a shloka wherein he accuses the Devi of something. We are very close with our mothers. In fact, we just tell, what is this? What are you doing? We don't adopt a very formal attitude. So similar to that, Adi Shankaracharya does something like that. He says, Tvaya Hritva. Hritva means to snatch. It is said the Devi has occupied the left half of Shiva. When we look at the Ardhanarishwara. Why left? Why not the other way round? In politics, the left party is connected with change. The heart is tilted towards the left. Left is always associated with change, passion, dynamism. That's why the mother occupies the left side of his body. So, here Adi Shankaracharya did not say that Devi did tapas and as Parvati she was born, she, we know that whole beautiful romantic story. She did so much of tapas, then she married, then she got the left half. Here Adi Shankaracharya is directly accusing her of snatching. Tvaya Hritva Vamam. Vamam means left. Okay, Devi, you took the left half of Shiva. Vapura aparitriptena manasa. Yesterday I ate pizzas. I ate a slice. I said I wanted to eat one slice. I wanted to eat 2 slices. I was not satisfied. I ended up eating 5 slices. I was not satisfied with what I got. Vapura aparitriptena. Tripti means you're satisfied. Atripti. So here Adi Shankaracharya is telling, Devi, you snatched Shiva's left half. You are not satisfied. So you snatched the remaining right half off also. And you became him. You became Shivoham. You became that. If we look at an inner meaning. But if we look at the mood that Adi Shankaracharya is bringing here, Devi, you snatched the left half of Shiva, then you took his right half. Okay, I'm accusing you of something. I'm right now in their house. So how will they say, what is the proof? They need to show that I've eaten 5 slices of pizzas. They'll say, see, there was 10 slices, now 5 are remaining, meaning you ate 5. You need some proof. See, if I have to charge sheet, if I have to put some crime on you, I need some proof. I cannot just put it on you that you did this. So Adi Shankaracharya is giving proof. That yes, I'm not telling just like that you took his whole body. Because when I came to see you, what did I see? Did I see Ardhanarishwara? No. Did I see Shiva and Shakti? No. I saw an image that was red in color. When we do dhyana of Shiva in the Rudram, we say Shuddha Spatika Sankasham. He's like the crystal. Shiva is potential energy. He'll reflect whatever you give him. You keep a bale patta on the Spatika Linga, it will reflect green. Whatever. If you pour milk, white. If you pour honey, brown. The Devi, among all her forms, one of her forms talk about red. Because red again is the RBC, the color of dynamism, the color of passion. If we cut the skin, what comes from within is red. The muscles are red. Everything is red. We are bathed in blood, and without blood we cannot do anything. That is the first nourishment that a baby receives when it is in its womb. So in fact, we have the Devi right from when we are born. The Devi is red. When in the Lalita Sahasranama we say Sindhuraruna Vigraham, the Devi is the color of the rising sun. So because the Devi is red and Shiva is white, when Adi Shankaracharya had gone to Kailash, he saw a form that was full red. I went to see white and red. Now I am seeing only red. How is it possible? It is possible because it was the Devi who was there. Okay, can I just say that I went to Kailasha, I saw a red colored figure. What if Shiva had gone out somewhere? We all know Shiva is Bodhinath. He rushes to help anyone, and then later we know that it sometimes leads to other situations. What if Shiva had gone out? No, he's telling Shiva had not gone out. It was only you and Shiva together. You had kept Shiva. The essence of Shiva was within you. How is he taking this liberty? Because he said, when I came to see you, there was a red colored form, and Chandra Makutam. When I came to see you, there was the crescent moon on your right side. If you see the image of Raja Rajeshwari or Lalita Parameshwari or Kamakshi, you will see that there will be the moon on the right side. Now there's only one God who has the moon. Devon ke Dev, Mahadev, the one who's so unique. So because the moon is on the Devi's right half, if the Devi occupies the left and the right half you see the moon and the whole body is that of a lady, the only inference that Adi Shankaracharya could do is, Devi, you have taken Shiva's whole body. So this is the charge sheet that Adi Shankaracharya files. This is on a very humorous note, but if we go more deep, there's a more deep, beautiful meaning. Devi is Prakriti. She is born as Parvati. She does tapas to attain Parameshwara. And she becomes Shivoham. This is one message that Adi Shankaracharya wants to give to us. And on a more material level, chanting of this particular shloka, Tvaya Hritva Vamam, it will relieve us from all sorts of physical, mental, emotional diseases that we face in life. Every shloka of the Soundarya Lahiri is a mantra shastra. It is like an arrow, mantras that are like arrows, designed to protect us. And all those who are a little afraid of our ultimate, best, beautiful teacher, Saturn, he is the best teacher on this earth. This particular shloka can help us learn the lessons that he wishes to impact. So this is a little humor that Adi Shankaracharya has brought in the Soundarya Lahiri. The grace of the Devi is bountiful. We all feel the Devi in every mundane moments of our life. The throb that we feel when we feel angry, when we feel happy, when we feel excited, that throbbing that you feel near the temples and your pulse rate going. When somebody falls in love, the heart rate that beats, when you see the favorite food on your table, the changes that are triggered, spanda, all the throbbing that takes place, that is the Devi doing her lasya. The dance of the Devi is lasya, very gentle. Very, 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 movements are very, very graceful, like a swan. She does that. This is the essence of the Devi. Now, these were certain. Then Adi Shankaracharya goes on to describe how she looks. How does she look? How does her hair look? How do her eyes look? In one particular shloka, he says, your smile, the very first thing that we'll try to notice in a person is the smile. 100-watt smile. Are you showing audio 32? Are you doing an advertisement for a leading brand of toothpaste? We see their smile. How does the Devi smile look? It's indescribably sweet according to Adi Shankaracharya. There's a bird called chakora. It feeds on the moonlight. It's a mythical bird that has a hole over here. It feeds on the moonlight. We all know that the moon is sweet. Valentine's Day is coming. Moon, we know, deadly combination for romance. Because the moon is so sweet. He does invoke such feelings. The Devi, these chakora birds feed on the moonlight. And we know that the moonlight is sweet. It happened that someday these birds saw the Devi's face next to the moon. And they had a sugar shock. If we have 20 gulab jamuns, we know what will happen. We have a sugar shock. We won't understand what is happening. The tongue, everything. They had a sugar shock. It is said, those birds that feed on the sweet moonlight, they saw the Devi and they had a sugar shock. They didn't know what to do. And see, when we eat something very sweet, we'll search for something sour to eat. Some maybe probably a gooseberry or something. So here it is said, the bird saw Devi's face, they had the sugar shock, they then ate the moon rays as sour thing to appease that sweetness. To say that the sweetness of the Devi's smile is beyond comparison. The Soundarya Lahiri is poetry, just poetry. Beautiful poetry, that is that are open metaphors for us to interpret, for us to figure out what is the message of these scriptures. Keep smiling. That is what Adi Shankaracharya says. Smile, smile, smile. Invoke the Devi within you. Keep smiling. Don't smile when you're, traveling. Unless don't smile so much. You can have a light one. That may be interpreted differently in today's world. But try to smile as much as possible when you're at home, when we're with our loved ones, with our friends. As long as the moment lasts, seize the moment. That is what Soundarya Lahiri is teaching us. And what does the worship of the Devi bestow? That is also given in the Soundarya Lahiri. Let us do that before we just, meet again in the near future. Saraswatya Lakshmya Vedi Harisa Patnyo Viharate. When you worship Devi by chanting the Soundarya Lahiri, the Lalita Sahasrama, the Devi Kavacham, Shamala Dandakam, be it whatever, what does the Devi give you? It is written in the Soundarya Lahiri by Adi Shankaracharya. Saraswatya Lakshmya. Saraswati will come and reside within you. See, to live a successful life, the first thing we need is this. To think straight, to think properly, to execute. Today's world, we talk about execution, multitasking. No need for elaborate stuff. Just invoke Saraswati. We'll be done. So when you worship the Devi, how much Saraswati do you get? Brahma will get jealous because Brahma is Saraswati's husband. You will worship the Devi. Saraswati will come and live within you. So Brahma will get so jealous that, oh good Lord, she is with you. You will get that much of intellect, that much of knowledge, that much of speaking. Once we have intellect, we all need material prosperity to live successfully in this world. So we need Lakshmi. Laksha also means a goal. Jinko goal hai, unko hi Lakshmi milega. Those who have a goal can only get Lakshmi. That's why her name is Lakshmi. Without a goal, if I'm just going to sit whole day and I'm going to expect something coming into my bank balance, I'm sorry, I have to sit all my life like that. I have to starve. So with a goal, we need Lakshmi. Okay. How much Lakshmi will you get if you worship the Devi? Because I may have a Mercedes Benz, I may have a BMC, but still I'll be like, I don't have that. I don't have this. I want that. I'm not satisfied. No problem. Hari Sapatna. Hari will get. Vishnu will get jealous of you because Lakshmi lives. The only permanent place Lakshmi lives is on the chest of Mahavishnu. So a small tip that our ancestors have left is during Deepavali, when you do the Lakshmi Puja, please don't invoke Lakshmi alone. She will come. It's very easy to invoke her. Always invoke her with Narayana. She will stay. She will stay in a place where Narayana's name is there. She resides on his chest. And the Soundarya Lahiri says, if you worship the Devi, Lakshmi will come and reside in you. Matlab, you will become Mahavishnu, in other words. So will you be happy in life? You now have Saraswati. You have intellect, knowledge. You have degrees, you now have Lakshmi, you have all material wealth. Is that enough? We all want to look good. We all want to, for various reasons, we apply a host of stuff from top to bottom to look good. No need. The Soundarya Lahiri says, by doing the worship of the Devi, Rati is the wife of Kamadeva, the god of love. It is said, when you do worship of the Devi, you will become like Kamadeva, the epitome of beauty yourself, that Rati will get confused. Are you Kamadeva? In other words, to say, one who worships the Devi will have an innate beauty within them. They will have the capacity to attract. They will look good. Okay, now we have knowledge, we have wealth, we look good. Is that enough? We need long life also. Markandeya had a life of 16 that was extended. We need a warranty period, guarantee period. We need to live long. That is also bestowed by the grace of the Devi. Chiranjeevi, the Soundarya Lahiri says, if you worship the Devi, you will live as long as you are destined to live. So as long as we are on earth, we have knowledge, we have wealth, we look good, we have a long life. Then there'll come a phase in life when we'll say, okay, we have lived completely. Mahamrityunjaya japa, urvarukameva mandanat mrityor moksha. Let me drop like a ripe cucumber. Let me realize I'm done, boss. I want to come back to you, God. I want to merge back in Narayana. I want to merge back in Mahadeva. So ultimately, the Devi also releases you from that bondly existence and makes you one with her. So chanting of Devi shlokas bestows upon us. When we go to eat something, we eat one thing. यहाँ पे आपको एक के साथ 5 are free. Knowledge, wealth, beauty, long life, and ultimately when we get desireless and we become Shivoham ultimately. This is bestowed by the grace of the Devi, by worship of the Devi, and she is the Divine Mother. She is Kamakhya in Assam, in the Nila Parvata. She is Amba Ma in Gujarat. She is Tulsa Bhavani in Maharashtra. She is Brahmarambika in Andhra. She is Karni Mata in Rajasthan. She is Annapurna Vishalakshi Vindhya Nivasini in UP. In Tamil Nadu, she is Meenakshi Kamakshi. In other words, you can call her by so many names. You can call her Durga, the difficult one. She who destroys difficulty. The next time we face a difficulty in life, invoke Durga. Hey Ma Durga, that's all is needed. Just take her names, Jai Shri Durga, whatever, Om Shri Durga, Namaha, do it however you want. Or just say Durga, Durga, Durga. Just keep chanting it, and for say 10 minutes, and you'll see that thing that was troubling you, that problem that appeared like a mountain will become like mist and dissolve into ether. That is the power of Durga. She who is difficult to attain can remove difficulties in life. Durga, invoke her. We saw in the beginning, her feet can bestow so much. If her feet, in fact, in the Durga Saptashati, there's a beautiful verse. See, her anger, Devi's anger, we know how much it is. Even if she just looks at the asuras, they will become nothing, as she had done with Dhumra Lochana. Dhumra Lochana means mystery, confusion, doubt. When we have doubt, we are surrounded by Dhumra, smoky, we are surrounded by smoke. We don't know where to go, what to do, who will rescue us? We need a lighthouse. Devi does just that. All she does is just said boom, and Dhumra Lochana just became ash. That is what she will do. When we are confused, invoke her. However you want, whatever language you want, call her. She is the mother. And you know, mommy rushes to us unconditionally, no conditions attached. She will rush to you and dispel all doubts that we have, all fears that we have. Om Shri Durga Yai Namaha. Om Shri Lalitaye Namaha. Whatever name you want, take it. As you're working, you face a difficult situation in your work time, invoke her. Whatever language, anything you want, whatever shloka you need, you know, sit and read. Listen to the Shyamala Dandakam, listen to the Durga Saptashloki. Just see what a change she'll bring in the consciousness. Because she is Shakti. She is the throbbing within us. She is our red blood cell that make the oxygen and nutrients reach every part of our body. There's a dish, Gulab Jamun. The Devi and Shiva are like Gulab Jamun. Devi is the sugar syrup, oozing with sugariness, nectariness. Shiva is the balls that we make. Unless they are together, you don't get the essence of that beautiful, wonderful taste. They are together and they are our divine mother and father. That is what Soundarya Lahiri says. Janaka Janani. Janaka means father. Janani means mother. See, there are phases when we feel very lonely. There are certain issues, certain challenges that we don't feel comfortable sharing with the most intimate person in our life. What to do? We get confused. We don't know where to go. I don't know what to do, where to go. Okay, no problem. We have Janaka Janani. We have our Divine Mother, our Divine Father, who are inseparable from each other. Invoke them. Invoke them in whatever form that you want. Invoke them in whichever way you want. They are that simple. That is another essence of the Soundarya Lahiri. In fact, the Soundarya Lahiri talks about corporate management. Smile. Nowadays, the seniors don't smile at the juniors. They have such a sour face that by looking at the face, honey will also become like vinegar. And why do they have a sour face? We don't know. A smile can accomplish anything. If the Devi smile is so beautiful, why don't we just start smiling more when we are working, when we are interacting with each other? Smile. We have nothing to lose. Smile more. Learn more. Because Saraswatya, Lakshmiya. Yeah, collect your wealth and have a lakshya, have a goal. I want to know where to go. At least, no, I don't want to go there. At least know that much. Have a lakshya, Lakshmi will follow. Live a long life. Look beautiful. Aur kya chahiye yaar? She's giving you so much. She's just giving a bounty of everything. Worship her. Invoke her. Become Soundarya Lahiri yourself. How to become Soundarya Lahiri yourself. So, if you have seen so far, we have just touched, it's like not even the tip of the iceberg. You know, when supposing we want to take a dip in the lake, oh, pani dekhne ke liye, is it cold or warm? We'll just dip this one toe or one finger. We have not even done that. It is her grace and the grace of these divine souls, divine masters, and divine ancestors that today on Ekadashi, in fact, Devi and Narayana in many traditions are considered brother and sister. If you see both of them, they are very similar. Both of them will take avatara again and again to vanquish asuras. Take how Durga, he will take Varaha, Narasimha, Ramakrishna. They are very similar. Shyamala, Neela Megha Shyama. Both of them are dark. Both of them are these ultimate forms of Narayana, Narayani. If you see, siblings will be very similar of the same house. Brother and sister, Narayana, Narayani. On Ekadashi, we have a blessing to hear and talk about her glory. She is the source of the movement of this earth. She is the source of this movement of everything. If we are able to get up in the morning, walk, move, it is because we have Shakti. If we don't have Shakti, we'll be lying on our bed. We say, I don't have Shakti, I'm feeling weak. We need Shakti to do anything. Invoking the Devi will give us success in every sphere of our life to overcome every issue that we face, every hurdle. Let me rephrase it. God is very, very possessive. You know, so possessive that there's this song, Divana Tera. God is our Divana, literal. But how to make you remember God? If I have to make you remember me, I have to do something that will make you remember me. I'll probably try coming in your way and making you aware of me. But if you're not going to hear, I'll trouble you. I won't pick your calls. I won't respond to your messages. Then you will start thinking, oh my God, I'm not responding to your calls. I'm reading your messages, but I'm not replying. Meaning that God wants us to remember Him every moment of our life. How to make us remember Him? God Himself appears in the form of problems. Problem is Narayana. So that we wake up, we are like, arey, problem, okay, wow, what do I do? Lalita Sahasranamam, Soundarya Lahiri, Vishnu Sahasranama, Devi Kalcham, Ganapati Atharva Shesha. Then life will come back to track that. Then again something, Vishnu Sahasranama. We seem to be working in spurts, jerks, God doesn't want you to work like a jerk. God doesn't want you to become a fountain. Working, not working. No. God wants you to be a waterfall. A perennial waterfall that is, flowing irrespective of seasons. Surrounded by beautiful scenes of nature. God wants to make you that. So problems are God. God comes in the form of problems so that we realize God. We go close to God and we can stay in that bliss. The Soundarya Lahiri is like this huge, we can say, waves of beauty, waves of ocean. I hope, those who have been part of this, you have attended this, you have given the fortune to discuss this immense beauty with you. I hope all of you were able to experience even an iota of her beauty. Because that's what Adi Shankara wants us to do. Soundarya Lahiri is not about chanting 100 verses, say, from a book or from palm leaves. It's about chanting it. And the Soundarya Lahiri is like a sea, because waves will come on a sea. We have to jump into the sea. The Soundarya Lahiri is this like huge chocolate ocean. And we are like vanilla coated ice cream. We have to jump in and become the chocolate coating ourselves. We have to get coated. We have to become Soundarya Lahiri ourselves. We have to become those waves of beauty and spread the waves of beauty everywhere and make the world a beautiful place to stay in. It is indeed a beautiful creation. There are so many beautiful creations. The world is beautiful. With these texts, these are all lighthouses that our ancestors have divined to overcome unfavorable circumstances. For example, I said those who are going through unfavorable phases of Saturn, it is a Tvaya Hritva Vamam Shloka. So that we are able to learn those lessons. Every shloka gives us relief from some sort of issue and takes us close to back to Godhead, back to divinity, Shivoham. There is a question here, the difference between the Soundarya Lahiri and Lalita Sahasranama. Both are very, 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 very similar. In fact, in the Dhyana Shloka of Lalita Sahasranama, we say Sindhuraruna Vigraham, she who is red in color. In the Soundarya Lahiri, we just spoke, you took Shiva's body and you're looking red. Many things echo between Soundarya Lahiri and the Lalita Sahasranama. The way is different. Lalita Sahasranama, we are directly taking her names. Shiva Radha, Shivamurti, Shivankari, Shree Mata, Shree Maharagni. What is the very first word that we say? Shree Mata, Mommy, Ma, Mummy, Ai, Amma, different things. The very first word is Shree Mata. In the Soundarya Lahiri, we are talking about Janani, mother. Many similarities. They are very, very similar. In the Lalita Sahasranama, they talk about how she has a moon on the right half. We saw in that shloka that you snatched Shiva's right half, so you have the moon. Several other similarities that you will say is in that you will have Chandamunda Nishodhini. You will have Aparna Chandika. Aparna, she who didn't eat a leaf to attain Shiva. In certain shlokas of Soundarya Lahiri, you will have that connotation. The Lalita Sahasranama is, we sit and we do the Dhyana Shloka and we chant those names to get a feeling of her. And both Lalita Sahasranama and Soundarya Lahiri talk about the chakras, talk about how she and Shiva dwell in all the chakras in different forms. So you have a certain esoteric connect. You have a certain esoteric plane also that is coming. So both are very, very similar. And the way taken may be different, but both you will be. Soundarya Lahiri is more of, as we spoke in the beginning, it's poetry, it's a metaphor. It's for us to decipher. The Soundarya Lahiri talks about the Devi, before we conclude, in three forms. In a lady's life, she has three stages. She is first a daughter, she becomes a wife, and she becomes a mother. Adi Shankaracharya has composed the Soundarya Lahiri that. In the initial shlokas, he'll say Himagiri Sute. the daughter of the mountain, she who was born of the daughter of the mountains. She is not literally the daughter of the mountains. Himavan represents nature, mountains. She is born to the essence of the mountain. She is Prakriti, she is nature, Devi is nature. We don't need to search for her. Of course, we need to worship her in temples that have been consecrated. A butterfly is her. The sand is her. Everything that is nature is her. It is she who is coming in the form of fear. It is she who is in the coming of that feeling when we fall in love. It is she who is coming in the form of everything. Hunger. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshuda Rupena Samsa. You have come in the form of hunger. She is nature. She is Prakriti. No need to search for her anyway. She will come in whatever forms you call her. You see a butterfly? It's her. You see a tree? It's her. Flower blossoming? It's her. You're feeling angry? It's her. Everything is her. So we are living with her day in, day out, 24/7, 365. No strike, no holiday, continuous service. Uninterrupted service you will get from the Devi. So first she is a daughter, Himagiri Sute. Then towards the middle half, he keeps addressing her as Shive. Oh, you who are the wife of Shiva. So from a daughter, she's become a wife. And in the end, he ends with Janani, Mummy. So it also recapitulates the stages all of us go through. We are born. Then we get married to our guru. We get married to our profession. We get married to our obsession. We get married to good and bad things. Let's not get into that. We get married to different stuff. And then finally, when the grace of the guru dawns on us, we all have a maternal instinct that is activated. If you see people who are into a lot of sadhana, into a lot of meditation, they will all have a maternal instinct. They will like to care. They will like to protect. In other words, again repeating, Soundarya Lahiri is us. She is making us into waves of beauty. Let us all use this opportunity to jump into the waves of beauty. Let us become waves of beauty. Let us remain anandit in joy in every stage of life. Let us remember that if Prakriti is her, it is she who is she who has come in the form of a traffic jam. Why? Maybe you didn't invoke her properly, or maybe she's feeling possessive that you didn't invoke her that much. So Narayana has come in the form of a traffic jam. Devi has come in the form of a traffic jam. It can be anything. When you bite into that luscious piece of chocolate cake with chocolate sauce, that feeling that you feel, it is her. She is Annapurna. She is everything. She stands at Kashi as Vishalakshi, the one with the huge eyes. There's a very beautiful thing about Vishalakshi. She is like the mother tortoise. The tortoise lays its eggs. It digs, it lays its eggs and it leaves. Every other animal has some form of maternal care. In fact, even the king cobra will lay its eggs and the mother will sit and guard. Of course, human, so many months within the womb. Elephant, 18 months within the womb. But the tortoise will just lay the egg and go. It is said in yoga that the mother tortoise meditates on the eggs and the kids that are in the eggs meditate on her. Meditating on her, they hatch on their own. They come out on their own. Some are eaten by birds. Some are eaten by crabs. Some reach the shore. In the path of this, many of us get swayed by obsessions, infatuations. We are eaten by birds, gobbled by birds. Many of us get eaten by crabs. Crabs are like attachment, clinging on. But some of the tortoises reach the sea. So the mother doesn't give nourishment, the babies don't. There is nothing involved. But yet, that is Vishalakshi. She stands at Kashi. She is meditating on each and every one of us. Whether we meditate on her or not, she meditates on each and every one of us. Invoke her. Whatever form you want. Listen to the Annapurna Ashtak. Listen to the Mahishasuramardini Stotra. Whatever you want. It's between you and her. Listen to any shloka. Listen to Soundarya Lahiri. Listen to Lalita Sahasranama. Just see how beauty will enhance in life. And here's wishing each and every one of you you have taken your time out to come and be a part of these Shraddhanjali series of these beautiful people in this beautiful house. It is a bhagya that you have given to this body, that this voice could be put to some good use in the morning. So thanks to each and every one of you who made it possible. All of you are the Devi and Narayana themselves. You all are Soundarya Lahiri because you all are beautiful. We all are Soundarya Lahiri. Let's make the world a beautiful place. Thank you. Jai Gurudev. Have a fantastic day ahead, a fantastic evening ahead. Thank you. May the blessings of her be on all of us. May we be healthy, financially secure, and may we all realize our dreams. Jai Gurudev.